What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they are out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Peak Mosaic. So this is a Mosaic-hopped Triple IPA that comes in at 10.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, this can is just over 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to Hop Butcher for this beer, so big thanks to them. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies they sent my way, and they sent me 12 beers in total, 6 of which were unique, and this is the 6th and final beer of said beer mail, and it's been a fun one so far. My favorite of the box to date has been their Galaxy Bowl. Been waiting a long time to try that one and definitely lived up to the hype in my own mind. But the second favorite to date is their Regeneration Station, which was a Wakatu hopped golden ale, which was one of the best like blonde/golden ales I've probably had in a very long time, if not ever. It was fantastic. So I'm really excited about this one though. An all Mosaic Triple IPA, sign me up. Now, anybody out there who drinks Hop Butcher or Jeremiah over at Hop Butcher, anybody watching this from Hop Butcher or anybody that in the know, what's the difference between this and Lady Octopus? Lady Octopus, I don't think I reviewed that one on the channel. I don't think I had a chance to try it, but I think that's also a Mosaic Hop Triple IPA at 10.5% alcohol by volume from them. Be curious to know what is the difference between the two, if there is. So this one's fizzing up like, I want to say it was maybe the last one I had from them. Do something like this. I'm not looking to, you know, have it go over anything. A couple folks out there ask me why I do this, why I clean it up. Sometimes I bust out the paper towels. Bounty, where's that sponsorship? The reason I do that, what the hell's on the bottom here, is so it doesn't mess up my coaster here. And you might say, what the hell? It's part of the can. You might say, well, isn't that a whole point of the coaster? Not here in the Beer PaTroll. It's aesthetically pleasing. Can't get it all wet and stuff. That's stupid. Actually, I'm stupid. In the hashtag proper glassware. Looks pretty nice, I think. I didn't even pour it like an animal. It just has a huge head, but so you can see through it a little bit better here. Yeah, it has that, you know, hazy, murky and turbid kind of yellow-orange color. 2-finger of this super creamy, kind of like a almost like a cream colored, very light cream colored, super creamy looking though, almost like a nitro head. It's sticking to the sides. That looks fantastic. Like, hold up to the light. Yeah, I can't see anything through it, but that looks like it's going to be a fantastic fucking beer, if I'm being honest with you. Do pour a little bit more in here. Like that. Throw this over here. Now, I did not look at the tasting notes on the back. We'll try to do that at the end. But yeah, that looks beautiful. Let's get a nose. Oh, shit. All right, so let me guess one of these tasting notes because, you know, you can kind of guess them because based on the hop, a lot of times Hop Butcher puts specific tasting notes. I'm going to say off of this nose, without tasting it, dank berry or dank berries is going to be on the back of this. It smells like dank mixed berry, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry. Yeah, it has this dank herbaceous kind of berry tone. A lot of citrus too, like a big like Tangelo, like tangerine grapefruit kind of hybrid. Smells very juicy, and I don't say that a lot. Underripened like white peach. Maybe a touch of, dare I say, a lychee. But yeah, it has this like strong, dank, herbaceous, almost like green quality. Wow, it smells awesome. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again to Hop Butcher. This is great. It's delicious. Fucking delicious. You know, it's hard for triple IPAs to not be sweet when they're 10.5%. And this is definitely sweet. But it's one of those beers where I don't really care that much because the fucking flavor is immaculate. Everything about this is if I'm gonna drink a triple IPA at 10.5%, which I don't do a lot, because a lot of triple IPAs I drink too boozy, way too sweet, too much. I'd rather drink, you know, a 6.5%, 7% IPA. However, when I do drink them, this right here in my glass is exactly what I want. The body is like medium full, so not quite like full body, but medium full, a little bit lighter than I want. Or sorry, a little bit lighter than a lot of people want, but right in my wheelhouse because it's not like too heavy on the palate, but it's still viscous enough to let you know it's almost 11%. Mouthfeel's fucking, this is upper echelon for me, Hop Butcher mouthfeel. Soft, smooth, incredibly creamy. It has a ton of different fruit characters, from citrus to stone to tropical. The first thing that hits the front of my palate is like this vanilla kind of sweetness. It's vanilla, a little bit of like a breadiness, almost creamsicle-esque. Dives underneath the palate. It's there, the vanilla, all the way through, so it's giving me a lot of different like creamsicle kind of vibes throughout the palate, but it's not too over the top. But a lot of tangerine, orange, grapefruit at the front of the palate. Like I said, the Tangelo, juicy, sweeter. Halfway through the palate, though, is where that dank, herbaceous berry thing kicks in. And like I said, I'm going to lock in. It says dank berry or dank berries on there. I'm thinking I'm going to be right, but we'll see. Lots of mixed berries. Again, blueberry, raspberry, dare I say a boysenberry, which I don't usually say. Strawberry, just any kind of berry you can think of. Sure, it's in there. Second half of the palate is that dank herbaceous berry kind of continues on, but then I get hit with this like green, kind of floral-esque finish. This doesn't have hop burn per se, but it has a green kind of a quality to it. It's not astringent, which is nice. This is fucking dangerous. It's semi to full on dry, very mild bitterness. There's like not a lot of bitterness here, but that dryness really helps out. It does lean sweet. It's not cloying though. This is like 60% to 40% sweetness to dryness, maybe in the 65 to 35 realm. So it's definitely bigger and it's sweeter, but a beer like this is gonna be one and done for me anyway. So I'm not looking to potentially drink a 4-pack of this. Now, some people might, but I'm pretty much getting 2 beers for one here. So I don't mind that it's sweet, because even if it gets cloying by the end, I'm done with it for beers for the day. Like after this beer, I'm done. Once I'm done with it. So if it's a bit too sweeter, I don't mind. Now, if you're going to session a beer like this and have 2 or 3 over maybe a 3, 4, 5 hour period, then you might say, hey, a little bit too sweet for me. But I don't think it's going to be cloying. There is a nice warming in my chest, but nothing on the palate. 10.5% hidden extremely well. This is fucking dynamite. Now, I try to be critical of all the beers I review on my channel, especially ones that are sent to me by viewers of the channel or breweries like Hop Butcher. You got to try to be honest, and I'm honest with all my reviews. And there's been a couple in the box that I haven't cared for. I thought they're all Be Frank, which a lot of you disagreed with me and thought that was fantastic. And that's the beauty of this, right? We all have different opinions. So I'll Be Frank was one of my least favorite Hop 4 beers from them, period. Like, just period. I gave it a 3.65. You might say, oh, that's not a bad score. It's the Butch. It's Hop Butcher. They're even typically, the least favorite beers from them are still pretty solid. That beer, though, that beer in its state that I drank it in, I would never want to drink again. Their sliders had some similar issues, similar hop bill. I gave it a 3.9, which is still pretty good. Again, one of my least favorite pale ales from them. However, the Galaxy Bowl in this has more than made the box just like fucking top tier for me, because these are both exactly what I expect out of Hop Butcher. And then throw in that regeneration station. I did the Cold Horns Cold IPA or Cold Double IPA, which was pretty solid. But these 2 beers are like, this is where it is for, if you're going to give me a hazy, give me this. Even though this doesn't have a substantial bitterness that I like, it's dry enough where I'm fine with that. It's basically citrus fruit with dank mixed berries. The mouthfeel is fantastic. It hides the ABV extremely well, and I just want to drink all of it. So, believe it or not, I like this better than the Galaxy Bowl, and I thought the Galaxy Bowl was going to be creme de la creme of the male, and this has surpassed it, or maybe in the same realm. I forget what I gave that Galaxy Bowl, but Peak Mosaic from Hop Butcher. Listen to me. This is a low 4.75. This is a 4.7 all day, every day for me. The final, did I save the best for last? Yes, I did. This is fucking great. So kudos to Hop Butcher, Jeremiah, everybody over there. This is a fantastic beer. I wish I would have been able to try Lady Octopus to kind of like see how that compares, because again, they're both 10.5% triple IPAs, Mosaic only. I don't know what the difference is, but if that beer is anything like this, sign me the fuck up all day, every day, all the time. Just give it to me. Feed it into my veins. Tasting notes. Take berries, please. Bright citrus. Yeah, I mean, I talked about the tangerine, tangelo, orange, grapefruit all day. I never said specifically bright citrus, but it's bright, it's juicy, it's sweeter, it's nice. Dank greens. Fucking fuck me. So they're not going to say dank berries. There's no way they say dank greens and dank berries. Dank green, sure. There is a dank herbaceous, and I said on the back, there is definitely a green kind of quality. It wasn't astringent. So dank green, sure. Juicy berry. You know what? Motherfuckers. If you'd have just said like juicy greens, which makes no sense, and put dank berry. All right, so juicy berry, that's fine. I would have said dank berries and then like, I don't know what you go with green. Green, they're not going to say green, herbal greenness. I don't know, but yeah, all right, fine. They're fine. Like, they pretty much were 3 for 3. I would have said dank berries, but who am I? Price by availability, I think people, including Jeremiah and others, I think these are like $17.99 a 4-pack in the Chicagoland area, so $18 4-pack. If that's the case, fucking yes. If this shows up in distribution, like if this beer shows up here in Buffalo, New York, I'm going to say probably $24 4-pack, somewhere in that realm, maybe 26, probably like $6.50 a can. That's going rate when it makes distro. But if you're in Chicago and you can get this beer for like $18 a 4-pack, even like $20, $22 4-pack, I give it 4.7. I would buy a 4-pack of this. I'd share a couple of the cans with friends, and then I would drink the other ones. And I did share the other one with a friend who loved it. So, yeah. Anyway, all I know is thanks to Hop Butcher for these beers. Like, it's always cool to have people send me beer to see what my thoughts are on them. Hop Butcher's been supporting the channel for about 40 years, and this is the type of quality I expect out of Hop Butcher. These are the type of beers where it's like, yeah, they're a step above the vast majority. This is fucking killer stuff. So, huge thanks to Hop Butcher for this beer. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one, post comment section. If you've had this and Lady Octopus, let me know what you thought the differences were. Which one did you prefer? If Lady Octopus is somehow better than this one, that's crazy. But this is one of my favorite Hop Butcher beers in a hot minute, probably in the last year or two. This is up there. And again, I'm not somebody who gravitates towards triple IPAs, much like good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber, Joe. Joe, let me see if I pronounce this right. You probably won't watch this, and if you do, let me know if I did okay. But I was saying Senegalia. He said it's Senegalia. Joe Senegalia. Am I having a stroke? Maybe. Joe Senegalia. I don't know, Joe. I tried. If not, you can just always say Joe from Joe's Arcade or Joe from Joe's Arcade. But him and I both like don't gravitate towards triple IPAs as much anymore, just because we're team hashtag low ABV or team low ABV. And when I do get a beer that is a big triple IPA, this is what I'm talking about. So anyway, shutting this one down. Appreciate it. To the next one. Cheers.